Hello. Good morrow. Welcome. All right. So far we have Yaza. Hello, Yaza. How are you? Also, Yaza was my first donation on coffee. I appreciate
Awesome.
I appreciate you greatly, sir, and thank you. I said thanks already in response to the donation, but I'm also saying thanks now. So,
Now this one would be interesting.
okay. So we're gonna do some productivity / writing sprints.
I'm gonna write.
Yay! I'm gonna see.
You're gonna try.
I'm gonna attempt. I've been just struggling with getting any words out of my brain lately, so you know. CB, hello. How are you? And we will also be having Charlie join us on screen later after Heather's stream is over. But they are currently on there and are going to come over after that. But yeah. So today I'm going to attempt to work on Project Cowboy. I'm just going to try to skip around to different scenes that I would be able to actually get words on and then fill in the blanks later. Oh, my phone is making loud noises. I just got a text message from Eva's Boutique, which is an adult store.
Yeah.
Get high on love. Celebrate 420 with our site-wide sale.
Yeah, because
It's
that's
funny,
what you're gonna
though.
want to do.
It's funny though because that Eva's Boutique in particular, they had to downsize a little bit, so they sold half of their store, like what used to be like the arcade section of the adult store. They got rid of that side, and now that side of the store is owned by a dispensary. So now it's adult store and dispensary in one. The only reason why I signed up for these alerts is because I bought one thing there and it was going to get me 20% off if I signed up for the alerts. And I was like, you know what? This is kind of an expensive item. I might as well. So right now I'm looking on Pinterest at inspiration for cowboy romance stuff. And yeah. So I'm going to turn on the television. Everything is just a nightmare today. Noelle's been a nightmare child, and I didn't get as much sleep as I should have. And, the huge. The huge. Noelle, are you going to come finish your food? Can I eat it? I'm going to eat it. Okay, I won't eat it. She doesn't want it, but she doesn't want me to have it either. It's not that I don't even actually want it. I'm just testing her. Okay. Well, I already prepared a timer. Forgive the banging sounds in the background. Noelle is playing with something and it's loud. Okay. This is bothersome. And I have not confirmed about karaoke yet. I need to talk to Jayce about that. But Jayce is also having a rough day, and he rage quit on streaming today, which is perfectly fine. And hopefully Jayce is having a good rest of his day after rage quitting. So. All right, Amber, are you ready? Thumbs up? No? Yeah? Yeah, okay. We're going to start a sprint then. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ring, ring.
No, mommy, I don't want to go to school.
What
tonight.
up?
I know, right? I like that alarm better than mine. Mine's Kira, wake up!
It looks like Jayce changed his mind about rage quitting today.
Less about changing the mind and more about I actually was able to get in gear.
Sweet.
And it was just like, screw anything that I have to do today aside from the work.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, I was able to just do the work without needing anything else or
Nice.
without having anything else over my head. And then I got here. And when I got done with what I was doing, which was doing the first read through of that book, I saw that you had been live for like 6 minutes. And it's like, you know what? I need to let this book sit in my head. So why not?
You need to be able to give Sako all the beautiful comments, page-long comments of how to add to.
So did you finish the first read through then?
Yep.
Or you're close? Okay, cool. I don't know how long it would take you to read it because, I mean, it's not super long. So
I actually timed it. I had the timer on my iPhone, and I would turn it off whenever I walked away from it, and it was about 3.5 hours.
Jayce, why you gotta be so relatable?
Why I have to be so what?
Relatable.
What?
I just hear you describing like your day, and I'm like, oh, that was like, yeah, my week. Yay. Yeah. Like all these words. Yes.
well,
I feel this.
I decided to try dictation again because I haven't tried it since like NaNoWriMo 2019, and I wanted to see if I would get words out faster because it's been Struggle Bus USA over here for me in terms of getting actual words on the page. So I decided I'm gonna try to dictate the next sprint or two, and then I'll just copy those words over for the words so I can beat the monster that I'm battling at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm technically still writing the new words. I'm just not doing them in for the words. So, whatever. It's not cheating. And
no, it's not cheating.
This is going to give me nightmares because the formatting is all sorts of fucked and the grammar is all sorts of fucked.
Yep.
That is why I cannot do dictation. I tried for a good 3 months because everybody's like, oh, you just have to let it get used to your twang and all this. And I'm like, after the end of 3 months, I'm like, there's no getting over this. Like, it's just not happening.
I haven't had too many problems of it putting the wrong words or names. And none of my characters have names that are super weird, except for I have one character whose name is Anna, and it keeps trying to say, and I.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Anna in my book was always and I.
Yeah.
Depending on what you're using for dictation, they usually have a correct me feature that you can use to train it.
Okay, I'm just going to briefly share this because this is what it looks like. Why?
Great, then hand them over.
Because it also doesn't have an option to say quotation mark, so I just say quote, blah, 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 quote. And so then when I go and find a place to put the quotations in, there's a space.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, there's a space between the quotation marks and the next word because it doesn't have because I'm just Google Docs and it doesn't have an option to say quotation mark.
I can't believe they don't have that.
You can say
Yeah.
all the normal like comma, period, exclamation point, question mark, all those. And you can say new line, but you cannot say asterisk. You cannot say ellipses. You cannot say.
Did you try open? I know from my dictation, it's open quote and close quote to put the quotes in.
Okay, let me try it real quick. Let's see.
From what I remember, Google Docs, yeah, it doesn't have that.
Open quote. It worked.
Oh, does it?
It did work. It's not curly, but it worked. It gave me a quotation mark that's straight up and down.
Because
Then you can just go in and say find and change. And
because like I said, I know in mine it's open quote, close quote, and it because I'm using a font that doesn't show the curlies. It just shows like the angle that they're pointing at. They're all pointed in the right way, and when I export, they're the right ones.
What I found I had to do with Google Docs, well, just with dictation in general, was write by hand, which is what I'm most comfortable with, and dictate that, but also stop every sentence and fix it.
I will probably have to come to the point where I'm going to have to stop and fix it or write in the quotes. But then again, if you type the quote and then and say the dialogue, it still puts a space.
Sorry, this is my guilt kicking in because I still need to read all of these handwritten pages.
Well, I've been struggling with just being creative in general. So last night, because I have this extra notebook, because when I got my bullet journals, I got 2. And so I have this extra notebook, and I decided to just sit down and write something creative. And I wrote 1 page of something random.
See, that's why I handwrite, because a lot of times, like, just staring at the screen, I feel like it's just a blank window into my soul. And, like, I don't know, the lines just help me think. I don't know.
That's one of the things I like about dictation, though, is I let myself close my eyes and just imagine the story and say everything in. But I don't know, maybe I've gotten mine beaten a little bit better than this.
I mean, that'll probably happen at some point. But Noelle's being pretty good right now at this moment, so she's just watching Coco Melon right now. So,
you know, the number of times I would look up at the screen and see, word, really fucked up sentence, and then the line, "Are you fucking kidding me?" It's like, no, you're not supposed to pick me up when I'm yelling at you, dictation program.
Also, I know that this is stupid to be mad at this, but I'm mad that it doesn't put commas when I pause. Like, you should just be smart enough to put commas when I pause, because that's where I would type the commas, and I'm not typing right now.
Sonics does that. I think you have to give it I don't think you can dictate directly into it, but it's a transcription service I used to use for the podcast. And it takes pauses as commas, or depending on the length of the pause, a period. And it can make for some really fun sentence structure, especially when you're having a hard time describing something in words. And you're like, it's like that time when, and you're like watching it like, okay, this is a full sentence, so I need a noun, a verb, a verb. Like, so wasn't actually must have been this other word. And it's just like it was fun to read through those transcriptions.
Milo Fankley, hello, how are you? Welcome. I'm glad you're here.
Hello, Milo.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here. I like having people come to my streams because it's nice. And it's fun.
I'm just like, where did we say I'm not a cat? I swear. What?
Oh no, it's the lawyer meme where the lawyer zoomed into the court case and had the zoom filter on that he was a cat because Jayce is a cat.
Oh, I'm like, wait, what?
I'm sorry, Judge. I swear I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a cat. I'm not a cat, Judge. I'm not a cat.
Because he couldn't figure out how to turn the filter off.
Figure out how to turn the filter off. If you
also, that was quite the statement to come in on, Jayce. LOL.
I see you're struggling with dictation.
Okay, Frankenfurter. I see that.
Okay, I remember in NaNoWriMo 2019, before I knew Jayce, and Jayce was just a name on a screen. And we were always like, oh my God, Jayce, how'd you get so many words? Because it would always be like 900 something words for a 20-minute sprint. And I just remember Jayce going like, I got that big dictation. And I'm just dying. But now I know Jayce, and I'm like, yep, that's definitely that's Jayce.
It tracks.
There is not one of us on the screen that can't be like, yeah, we know what that means. You're good. Like, yeah. And then throw one usually ourselves.
Also, it's this kind of a morning for me.
Oh no.
When you told me that earlier, I almost just said, screw it, I'll go with you and pulled one out.
I got this yesterday, and I didn't finish it.
It's that kind of morning for you. It's that kind of morning for you. It's that kind of morning for me. It's that kind of morning for Charlie.
I'm sure if Noelle was old enough to drink, it would be that kind of morning for her too. At least that's how she's been acting.
I vented about my morning over on Sako's Discord as well, and like 4 other people were like, we're just calling this National Fuck Being an Adult Day.
I find it ironic that it's 420 and we're all having one of those fuck me days, and none of us have anything right now. Like,
hey,
I know it's like time to take a trip to Illinois. Like,
yeah, like I need to take a trip. Like,
you want to know what's really bad? Well, not bad, but funny. It's not only 420, but it's Taco Tuesday.
It
is.
So for all the people getting the munchies.
So Taco Bell is like crawling today.
I need to go get some tacos, and then I can go load a bowl because I do have all my stuff in my shed. I wasn't planning on smoking today, and Jordan called me this morning, and he's like, hey babe, you know what day it is, right? I'm like, Tuesday. And he's like, it's 420. I'm like, oh, well, I wasn't planning on smoking, but I mean, you have fun, I guess. And he's like, what? You're not gonna smoke when I get home? Later? Yeah, he opened this morning, so he'll be home at like 6. But he was like, oh, it's 420. I'm like, you can smoke, but now I'm like, you know what? I should just smoke.
So you can do Taco Bell as a family for dinner.
We could. Yeah. We could do Taco Bell.
Because, Taco Tuesday and 420.
So if you want Taco Tuesday, make sure you go before nighttime when all the stoners start getting hungry.
Oh, yeah.
It makes it even the years when 420 lands on Cinco de Mayo.
Mm-hmm. Except for that's not possible.
Yeah.
You got it.
I laughed and then nobody said anything, and I was like, okay, I should probably
I finally recorded my first Camp NaNo update video today, and the level of sarcasm is almost giving me a blood toxicity level that I can't take the edits, but I'm posting it anyway because I finally recorded a video, gosh darn it. So I'm trying to be very measured in my words.
I was planning
recording it. Mine's actually filmed, not the filming part, it's the editing, because I'm sitting here trying to look for jobs, and I'm like, I should really edit this video. I should really do this. I should really do that. But I need a job. Guilt trips. I need a job. I need to do my stuff. I need a job. I need to do my stuff.
The number of epic eye rolls I've had to cut out just because, apparently my only commentary was, watch my eye.
Noelle is requesting a beach ball. I don't know why you're asking for a beach ball when they're going skiing on the TV.
So what's the commentary on your eye rolling?
Oh, how my Camp NaNo is going.
Oh, okay.
I was planning at the beginning of the month doing a daily update for Camp NaNo. That has not happened.
I was going to do weekly, and I've deleted the first 2 because I watched them and I was like, oh, this is too, no. I can't inflict this on anybody else. And I'm just like, I need to get a video out. I'm sorry people suffer. So, yay. Subscribe to my channel.
Thank you for calling your local Geico office.
That could not have been more perfectly timed. That just could not have been.
I'm the queen of perfectly timed fun stuff, right? Gotta love it, right?
I have to say, like, y'all need to help me figure out what I'm going to do, because we decided to serialize this thing that I'm doing, because of course we did. Like, Hubby's really good at talking me into stuff. How do you think we got married? But like, yeah, I'm like, well, that kind of throws like all my editing plans out the window. Like, how in the world am I going to like do an ongoing serial and all this other stuff? Like,
I like serialized things, but when it's super long, it's really hard to keep all the threads connected and everything.
Noelle, you are
I
making
mean,
my
I
entire
was
desk
planning on
shake.
serializing the story anyway. I was just going to get it all written up front, but I am wanting to kind of make sure I'm there at the launch of Kindle Vella.
See, I've heard people talking about that, and I'm really curious about it, but I don't know what it's all about.
I will have a video on Thursday.
I haven't looked at any of it. The only thing I heard about it is that somebody compared it to Wattpad.
It's basically Wattpad that you get paid for, and it's run by Amazon. Like, shorthanded, we got into kind of a tussle during the Clubhouse meeting on the Discord, because some author tubers were giving some half decent. I don't think they actually read the TOS commentary about it, and so yeah, I'm gonna have a video out on Thursday.
There was somebody doing a live stream about it, but I don't remember who, but I was going to watch it, and I wasn't subscribed to him, or I haven't found it or something. I don't know.
But
Noelle is double jointed in her fingers, and it freaking creeps me out without fail every single time. Because she keeps doing the shape, saying, "Look, it's a diamond," where she uses this finger to pull these fingers backwards.
She was doing that last week. And my hand hurt.
It gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yes.
Gives me the Hebrew Jeebrews.
She says Hebrew Jeebers.
Milo says, I forgot it was Camp NaNo until today. Guess I'll do the next one.
That's okay. I couldn't do mine because I'm job looking, so it's a thing.
Also, we had Allie join us. Hello, and I'm sorry that you lost your job. That's no fun.
Join us on Angry Tuesday here on Meadow Lamoreaux.
Don't worry, I'm jobless too. Every at-home job I keep looking at, even when somebody tried to do a Patreon is a scam. So hey,
I am trying to do new ways of making money for myself in addition to Rose City, because, in general, the world cannot afford to hire us as much as we'd like to have people hire us right now. So I'm trying to come up with other ways, and I started making these bookmarks, but I'm slow, so. But isn't it cute?
It is.
I used mine you gave me for my last book. It's so pretty hanging out the book. It's just like a flower sitting on top of the book.
What color string is that on the petals?
It's like a rose pink color.
It looks like tongue.
Are you guys? Is that the same color as my tongue?
It's actually the same color as your skin on camera.
It's flesh colored, Jayce.
It is.
It's like a rose pink color, okay? It's yellow in the middle, rose pink, and then like a lime greenish color for the stamen leaf.
I just looked up and thought that was your head, Charlie. I'm like, what the fuck?
You got the disapproving head waggle of Ray. Because what else are bobbleheads good for than the memes?
You should make those sprout bookmarks. I keep seeing them everywhere. Okay, let's look it up because I don't know what you speaketh of. Sprout?
Dude,
so
Yeah, but it's not.
isn't a color.
Dude, I should work for the FBI. I have like
Mailbox
done uncovered like 4 fucking
Before they'll
scams
actually
and let
send
the
mail
banks
to it.
know that the companies are being
Not
scammed.
actually.
Yeah, Amber has like reported scam on like what 3 different job listings now.
UPS
Well,
store is
Patreon,
Conroe,
not
Texas,
Patreon, will be
77304.
Okay, so 4. Wow. Okay, so these Sprout bookmarks look cute, but it does not look like something that I could make because they look like they're made out of plastic, or some of them look like they're actually plants that people are using as bookmarks. But I have some bookmark patterns that I really want to try, but they all need smaller yarn than what I have, so I need to go. They use like the thread size yarn, like the smallest you can get, and you have to use the teeny tiny little hooks. So, but they look cute. Like there was ones that I saw that are like that you stick onto the corner of the page that look really cute, kind of ones and whatnot. They'll just take a long time to make.
Lucy,
Yeah, I don't think crocheted it would look
Frank?
the same.
Yeah, I don't think it would look the same. Okay, I think we could do another sprint because we've been chatting for a while.
You got like everyone joined at the same time, so there was a lot of chatting to be had.
Indeed. Oh, speaking of which, you guys never introduced yourselves. Do you two want to introduce yourselves?
You never did introductions,
Yep,
period,
pleasure.
sweetheart.
I know. Okay, whatever. We won't worry about it.
Just saying.
Let me just put the timer on the screen.
Push the button, Frank.
I am glad that I have some control because you said that, and all I could hear in the back of my head was, "How do you do that?" And I was like, no, control, stop it, don't do it.
What fun is control? I don't know this word. It's foreign. What are you talking about?
How do you do, I? See, you've met my faithful handyman.
Didn't you, freaky? You gotta throw in all the audience participation stuff too. It makes it better.
I have never been to one of those live.
Okay, I have life goals now. Once the pandemic is over, I'm gonna go kidnap Meadow and take her to it. Rocky Horror and
That would be fun.
sacrifice her on the altar of Frank.
It would.
Yes!
It would not be a kidnapping. It would be a voluntary
Vacation.
kidnapping.
It would be a
What's up?
voluntary kidnap operation.
Yes.
This is the thing that must happen.
Maybe I shouldn't mention that I've never been to one either.
Me either.
All right.
I've
So
seen the play on TV, but I've never been there.
all right. So I'll drive over and pick up Amber, and then we'll come up. And Charlie, you can just meet us in Michigan.
You know, not half a bad idea.
Can we wait till the weather and the snow leaves the Midwest?
No, we're getting snow tomorrow. WTF? Like what? No.
Nebraska got 4 inches yesterday in the span of 3 hours.
Okay, CB, that's just sinful. Only seen the beginning of it? Bruh.
Rocky Horror Picture Show is kind of like my life from 1995 to 1998. So,
I mean, I
like a documentary.
didn't see it until I was an adult. Like, I think the first time I saw it was like 2 or 3 years ago, when I had mentioned Jordan was talking about it, and I was like, "Oh, I've never seen that," and he like was like, "Oh my god, you've never seen this?" No, and so he bought it and made me watch it with him.
Okay, so
that like 5 minutes later.
I'm just going to say this really quickly. Best movie marathon you can do is Rocky Horror Picture Show, followed immediately by Man in the Iron Mask with Leonardo DiCaprio, because Tim Curry plays Bishop Richelieu in that, and every time he throws his cape off, he does it just like Frank, and you keep waiting to see the teddy. Like, it's so like a weird sequel. It is so a weird sequel. If you're like really steeped in Rocky Horror, watching that movie, like, Oh, so Frankie survived and became a bishop going after all the peoples in France. Okay.
Okay.
I get it.
But what about shock treatment?
Side note. Another musical that gives me Rocky Horror vibes, but is really different than Rocky Horror, is Repo, the Genetic Opera.
Hmm.
It totally gives me Rocky Horror vibes, even though it's like Rocky Horror is much more happy than Repo is.
Unless you watch the UK version.
Something
They
like
cut
that.
one they cut one song off out in the American version, which is the really sad everybody's like laying on the ground like smashed bugs singing solemnly at the end song. Superheroes. Which really like changes the tone of the whole movie.
I couldn't
Yeah,
tell you which one I saw. But you can't go wrong with Sarah Brightman and Rupert Giles.
Yeah.
Yaza.
Now that we're thoroughly disappointed and like depressed, Sprint.
I have an
Yes,
angry, sarcastic video to edit, and now I have the energy to do it. Let's go!
let's do
Because now
it.
you're angry and sarcastic.
We
Angry
got
powers,
20
yip, yip.
minutes. 3, 2, 1, go.
Noelle said no.
Yay!
Ring, ring,
Okay.
ring.
I finished that scene that I was working on, which was a total of 632 words.
Cool.
Not too shabby. I'm just going to ignore the massive amounts of formatting and grammar that needs to be fixed and move on because I don't have the energy to work on that right now.
As long as you understand what it says,
Mm-hmm.
because when you leave it and come back and it's missing words and stuff, you can come back to something that you're just like, I don't know what this was supposed to be.
Yeah, so I fixed all the ones that changed major words. Like it said and I a couple times when I said Anna, that kind of thing. But one of the ones, it kept making me laugh because I would say, I said new line and it put in the word tenderloin. I was like, that is not what I said.
Try having a character named Senji.
I don't even want to know what it would say for one of my characters that I just added the father to the girl to my main character. His name is Saxel. I don't even want to know what it would try to. I don't even want to know.
I was about to say, I kind of do want to.
And one of the times that I said close quote, it said closed caption, like wrote out closed caption. I'm like, nope, that's not what I said. And another time that I said open quote and it said open close.
I think my favorite for Senji was send cheese.
Send cheese.
Send cheese. I need help.
I mean, it's not wrong. I mean, it's never a bad thing to send cheese.
Unless this cheese gone bad. Then it just becomes what? Feta cheese? Penicillin.
Then it's just cheese in a leather jacket on a motorcycle.
Noelle's being a sassy pants because Jordan came home for lunch. And now she thinks it's her time to be a sassy pants again.
Now he's going to leave and you'll still be stuck with a sassy pants.
Like, literally, he hasn't done anything to provoke this. He walked in and said, hi, baby. And from that moment, she became sassy pants McGee.
Meanwhile,
I don't know how to quantify what I've done. Technically, I wrote 65 words, but I edited a whole chapter and added and deleted some words, so I don't know what I did.
I went upstairs and got the ice cream that I earned for actually getting my work done and saw that it is actively snowing on our green grass and tulips.
Oh, you need.
Gross.
Oh, I wish I was there to take pictures. That would be so pretty.
Yeah, it's the grass is very green because it's been raining and then sunny, and now it's getting frosted.
Gross.
Pretty.
Check the power strip.
For the grass? Grass doesn't have a power strip.
No, Jordan asked me why the toaster isn't working.
That would
Instead
be
of just
funny as
figuring it
fuck.
out on his own because he's a grown-ass fucking adult to figure things out on his own.
I'm just saying that would be
he went
funny.
into the kitchen and said, what can you cook me for lunch? And I said, I'm doing my live stream right now, so you can either cook yourself lunch or can go somewhere and get something. And he said, thanks for nothing. You're welcome.
You're welcome for that delightful entertainment.
That's kind of my
You're welcome
motto
for
as a
nothing.
writer. You're welcome for nothing. Thank you.
You're welcome for nothing.
That's okay. I gotta read y'all this. So one of these fake jobs that I did, he come up today and he's like, the company just offered $10 more. Would you be willing to do this job at $40 an hour? And I said, no, thank you, scammer. He goes, fine, fuck off. I went, you too. Have a lovely day.
Oh my goodness.
And then on this one that I'm currently scamming, the Patreon, not Patreon, she's like, would you like to tell me why you deposited the check in Chase, but during your interview you said you banked with Wells Fargo? I said, because the last scammer that happened. I put my funds in Wells Fargo, and now the check is on hold, so I had to use my Chase. She goes, "What do you mean by scam?" I said, "I did a at-home job like you, cashed a check. It was fraudulent, and Wells Fargo put my account on hold," which they didn't because I'm not stupid. And she goes, "How come? What was the name of the company?" I'm not telling you to go knock on your neighbor and go, "Hey, they know you're here." I'm not stupid.
Unfortunately, the fact that they've evolved into fake jobs for scams is horrible, especially right now because of everybody trying to find jobs. Like,
well, there's always been at-home scams, but usually you knew it was fake because they would say deposit, what's your bank account? I'm going to deposit money. And then they would immediately tell you to take it out and do something with it. But this time they're like, we're going to send you a check for all your cashier's check for all your equipment, which you do need equipment. A lot of jobs will give you equipment at home now. But then they're like, here's the check. Just ATM it into your account. And I'm like, well, I'll just go to the bank and cash it. And they're like, no, do it by your ATM. ATMs don't track your money for 24 hours till it hits the account. So there's nobody to call if it clears. So, no, I'm good. Wells Fargo will, their loss prevention will close every account you have. I have loans through them. I have credit cards through them. I'm good. I'm good. So if you're doing one and they want to use Telegram as they're interviewing, just say no. There's a whole video about to get started on this shit.
I feel like you could do a very valuable video talking about all these the scams for jobs that you found.
Well, because there's a lot of companies, or not companies, there's a lot of YouTubers that say, here's some work from home jobs, like Cat Theo and Creative RV, and people like me who live in an RV want at-home jobs so they can work and travel. And but then you have things like this, and it's like, it's going to do everything. It's either going to take your identity or it's going to totally screw up everything you have working. So, no. And if you haven't been a teller to know what's acceptable and not, you haven't been a cop to know what to look for red flags and things like that, you could very well get scammed.
Yeah, it's like at least 2 of these are from actual legit companies that they're posing as. Because I remember one of them, you called me and you had me look them up, and the company's real.
Yeah, but
completely real.
Yeah, but when I called the bank, they were like, "Yeah, there's been at least 50 checks tried to be cashed to this person's account, and they're not doing it." So they're hurting companies on top of that, and all they're doing is copying and pasting anything you can find on Google and LinkedIn to tell you about the company.
Oh my God. Megan says, I fell for a fake job scam and my bank took my bank account, marked me for fraud on a check system, so I couldn't use my bank for 5 years.
Yeah. And that's what happened when I went to Wells Fargo and asked her what would happen if I cashed this check. That's what she told me the loss prevention would do. And I'm like, no, I'm good. So then I called the bank that the check was through. And like, hey, do you have this account as a customer? Got this check for this amount of money. And she's like, email me the check. And I was like, I did. And she's like, yeah. She called me back. And she's like, yeah, they've been using this company's accounts to the point that like the company actually has to come in to get their petty cash every day so that we can verify it is who it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I can't even imagine how heartless people need to be right now for doing this kind of shit.
So now I'm just looking for transcriber jobs. I'll work as a contractor. I don't care.
It is the whole MLM scam evolved. It used to be stuff envelopes and make lacy angel crafts, went to paparazzi jewelry and fake data entry, and now it gives us your money. We will reimburse you.
No, this is I'm giving you money. Go cash it.
Yeah.
Like I ripped it up, but I can show you the $6,000 check I had in my hand when I called Meadow. It was like, look this company up. Don't think this is right.
Yeah. And I couldn't find anything about the company that was supposedly hiring her. And the company was legit. They had Better Business Bureau, it was all legit. But then like the bank that company uses was like, yeah, no, that check is fake. The company is real. The check is fake.
Yeah.
So
that's why they kept trying to tell me to put it in ATM. So, nope, I'm good. So this one I've been giving her fake everything. My because she wanted to get into my I gave her a fake social, gave her all this while I was waiting on Patreon to email me back to tell me whether it was fake or not. And then she was wanting my username and password for my cell phone company, so I gave her fake ones of that, and she tried to get in. She's like, what's the favorite restaurant in college? And I gave her a fake one. She's like, it's not working. I was like, well, I don't know what to tell you. It's working on my end.
oh my gosh. Not just my bank, any banking system, no credit cards, loans, anything. Yeah.
Right.
I'm glad that I am not in the job market right now, and I'm glad that Jordan has a job because this would be a nightmare. This would be an absolute nightmare.
So
And I'm glad, Amber, that you have your history of being a cop because you can spot the scams easier, I feel like.
Telling you, FBI needs to recruit me. I could do this all day long.
And Swell Entertainment has at least 2 videos on her channel. Amanda has 2 videos on her channel about scams that people have tried to do to her because of her YouTube channel, and how to spot them, how to see them right away, and all that. So,
yeah, the CCB. That's what I'm used to seeing is spelling mistakes, and this one has no. It's an very well English speaking person. And all of this, and it even has like a picture of her and everything on Telegram, but I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah, that was like her number one tip on the last one she did was like, if they're wanting to only talk to you on Telegram or WhatsApp, just go away. Like, this can be done over email.
Yeah, because like Patreon, when I emailed them and they got back to me, they're like, no, we only do our interviews on Zoom. Like, that's kind of what I figured. And they don't have any work from home jobs right now because they're all full.
Yeah, and when Jordan, he had a job interview, however long ago that was, and that was all done over email and Zoom. So,
well, like the phone call I just had right when we started the stream was a phone call to ask if I could do a Zoom meeting for somebody I actually applied for right before the stream. So that's the way that's really done. And it's a work from home.
And they said yes to the Zoom meeting?
Yeah, they asked me when I could do a Zoom meeting.
Okay, good.
So I'll see how that one goes.
I haven't had any like major scams come my way. It's just the usual like, oh, cars extended warranty, like all those that I get daily. The new one that I've been getting is this is a phone call from the law enforcement offices of Federal Reserve, robot voice, and saying that my bank account has been linked with fraudulent business or whatever, and that I need to call back this number to get in contact with the law enforcement officer in charge of my case to get it worked out. And it's like, I'm pretty sure that if I was in trouble with the law for fraud, they would show up at my door and arrest me, not call me to work things out.
Yeah, it's like the one I keep getting right now, phone call wise, is we have suspicious activity on your Amazon account. If you haven't tried to purchase an iPhone 11, please call us at blah 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 blah. Dude, I'm on my Amazon every day. I'm good. So.
Oh, I've gotten a couple of the Social Security number calls too. But yeah, it's mostly the car's extended warranty, which my car didn't have a warranty because we bought it in a private sale. We got a personal loan. We didn't even get a car loan. We got a personal loan from our bank, bought the car from our friend, got the loan, got the cash out of our bank account and gave the cash to the friend and got the car. We didn't have a warranty on it, so
yeah.
And my aunt doesn't even have a car, and she's been getting all the cars extended warranty ones, and she's like, I don't even own a car. Joke's on you. Jordan, he knows when it's going to be scam most of the time because he still has his Utah phone number, which is 801 area code. So any time that he gets a phone call from an 801 area code, he knows it's a scam call because they don't know that he doesn't live in Utah anymore. And so they're just going off the area code of his number for the numbers that they choose to call him with. So the Amazon account is all over.
Mm-hmm.
The one I get all the time is, we want to extend your car's warranty. Y'all, I'm a double amputee with no feet. And I do not drive.
You never know. You could be like a little person with the stick shifts for the feet pedals.
They have ways. They have ways for people with short legs or no legs to drive. Or people that are paralyzed that can't use their legs to drive.
Yeah.
Where the pedals are buttons on the steering wheel.
Mm-hmm. I remember the one that Mama was talking about the Colorado offer and the real estate refinance. They tried that in Mississippi when I was younger because my mom was a real estate agent at that time and had to deal with that all the time. Like, she had to go check and make sure and go to the house to make sure people's verifications added up before she even tried to sell a house.
Mm-hmm. I just don't understand.
I just want a job where I don't have to go into work. How hard is this? Seriously.
Yeah, you know how I tell people, don't call me, text me?
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason for that. I get spam or scam calls like 20 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
I get a real phone call like once a month.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ignoring when the phone rings, period.
Of all the phone calls I've gotten in the last few months, the only ones that have been actual legit phone calls are from Jordan, my grandmother, and one time from my bank calling me because there was a charge to my credit card that they thought was fraudulent. Because that one I can tell because it has the automated thing and I have to put in a password to hear what the information is. So like that one I know is real. It's the only one that I know is real. And even then, the charge on my credit card wasn't even fraudulent. It was from one of my subscriptions that I had. But they marked it as fraudulent because I put my credit card on hold for a while, and then I turned it back on. And they're like, oh my God, this is fraud.
But yeah, I'm with Yaz. Any form of theft makes my blood boil as well. Like, I get angry when at people trying to take things that aren't theirs, especially when it's stuff that other people own or are trying to work hard for.
Yeah.
People are already struggling enough as it is because of this pandemic. And now you have all these vultures coming in to take everything that's left.
It makes me, it's not a joke. I want the ability to send death through the waves.
I hear you. I'm getting to that point.
It's just, and it's just anyone who is taking advantage of other people.
There are two people that I would kill instantly if I was able to. Scammers and pedophiles.
Yes. But see, my problem is like with this one that I'm beating around the bush. This one pisses me off, I think, more than the rest because you can put on any, like I said, they're getting this stuff from Google and all this information that they can find anywhere. But this one is for Patreon. Like, this is something I use, and I had applied to them and to see if they had any at-home jobs. So, like, I thought at first that they were just getting back to me. And then, like, they went through text message to then go through Telegram to then start this. And I'm just like, there was no red flags raised or anything. They emailed me, like, what we call it, opportunity letter or whatever, saying, yes, I will work with you. and it all seemed legit. They had the icon, which I know you can copy and paste icons, but they had the icon on there, and it was very formally written, and even at the bottom where it says company means Patreon and blah, 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 blah. And even like, if you don't want this job, please reply to this person at patreonhiring.com. Like, it looks so freaking legit. And so it wasn't, I've been doing this with this lady for like a week. And then the second the funds got put on hold, I was like, oh, fuck. So then she started asking today all the personal information. While we're waiting on that, let's go ahead and get you enrolled and get your user ID and all this. And like, because it was on hold and I've already gone through these scams, I was like, okay, we're not giving her any information. I'll just fix it all later if this is legit. And then I emailed Patreon and like, they said no. And I'm like, oh, thank God I'm not stupid. So I'm just leaving her on now.
Yep. It's a good thing that you put it into a new bank account too, because if you put it into the one that had all your stuff on it, then another.
I like you.
I have acreage, Meadow, and hungry coyotes. We would just be feeding the poor, starving wildlife.
If I can only get a few people to go up there.
Hey, if I ever meet a scammer or a pedophile in real life, I will just throw them in my trunk and drive up your way.
Yeah.
I won't actually do that. I am not a murderer. Please don't come after me, FBI. Thank you. This is satire. I promise.
Mine wasn't.
That's not satire. It's wishful thinking.
Everything I've ever said in my entire life and career is satire. I am just one looking satire.
I have the desire to murder pedophiles and scammers. I do not have the actual motivation or willpower to do as such.
Mine wasn't. FBI, give me a job. I can do this all day.
Actually, you know what? Hey,
asshole.
FBI, if you're listening and you want to give her a job, can you get in touch with the DEA for me? Because I'm really experienced in controlled substance stuff. In the legal aspect of it.
That's taken really wrong.
So I was like kind of laughing. I was like, yeah, you might want to modify this.
He's not a criminal. He worked in a pharmacy.
I worked with the DEA. I could work for the DEA. I could be a narc.
Let me be your narc.
All right. Well, on that note, we're gonna do another sprint because
where do you go after that? Let's be honest.
I don't. I'm really upset because during the last sprint, I lost to the monster I was battling by 5 fucking words.
That's when you just write word, word, word.
Oh, I forgot to say. I finished my video and the thumbnail and got it scheduled. So yay!
Nice.
5 minutes snark coming at 4:00.
Yeah. So I am battling another monster. I'm not going to lose anytime soon, but I want to keep battling it, so I make sure that doesn't happen.
What you do is you battle the same monster, and you put in all the words from the previous one, and you put in those last 5 words, and you beat the monster almost instantly.
True. It sucks because I needed to beat that monster for a quest, so I'm going to have to battle it again, and I'm just...
Do what he said.
Annoyance.
10 words for the last 5 words.
Right.
After my hands went during NaNo of 2019, I was just going into For the Words and cutting and pasting to kill monsters and get their loot.
Yeah.
And just finishing quests.
I mean,
wasn't actually writing.
If I do dictation more often, then I'll dictate into Google Docs and then I'll copy and paste what I just wrote into For the Words, because then, I mean, I wouldn't count that as cheating because I'm still writing those new words. I just can't write them into the program because they don't have dictation available. So like, because that's what I was doing. Yeah. That's what I was doing now, but I didn't talk fast enough. So, and I didn't realize that I didn't have enough time. So when I came back over, I had 5 words left. I was like, okay. So I said those 5 words and I came back and I came back just as the battle ended and I lost. I'm like, are you kidding me? No.
What you do is you leave it running when the sprint is over and you
Oh
catch
my
all of our
God.
words.
That would be a nightmare.
Just do it
To
on
edit
the
later.
document. It'll be fine.
Actually, I think it has done that when I was during NaNo of 2019, where I had someone's sprints going, and when they came back, when their sprint ended, they started writing on my document.
I want to say that happened to Cash one time when we were on with her too. She's like, "Oh, I just started capturing all that."
Okay, you know what? It won't catch you guys, but it would catch me because I have my headphones on.
I was using a microphone at that point. I think I was using the Snowball, but I think it was Caro that was typing for me.
I'm thankful though that my microphone hasn't been catching up the TV, because the TV's loud enough that I can hear it, and I was worried that this would pick it up, but it's not. But it did just pick up all of that, so yeah. And also, Noelle went upstairs with Jordan, so I don't have to worry about her at the moment.
Nice.
Okay, we will put this right there, and we will put this right there.
And let's go to Sprintucky.
No.
But I wanna.
Apparently, the last thing I said was "Okay, Google," and then it turned off. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
Okay. I have some funny dictation errors that I need to share.
Those are always fun.
Okay.
I got 273.
Nice. I got enough to beat this monster I'm fighting. 472, apparently. Yay. Okay, so dictation errors. I was trying to say paying client, and it wrote pain plant. I said close quote, and it wrote whose boat? I said open quote, and it said bubble coat. I said close coat, and it said Costco. And those are all the main ones, and the rest of them were just like missed punctuation and stuff.
I still remember one from my first draft where what's her name that was editing
Mirren.
with us? Mirren was just like, shouldn't this sentence have a period? And I said, see the word period? That's the period.
Yeah, once she like realized about all the dictation errors, she's like, "Oh, okay, so I think this is a dictation error." Because before she'd be like, what is this?"
My personal favorite was when the dog started barking while I was dictating, and it thought that like I suddenly decided to become a foul-mouthed jerk. And like, not just that, like every cuss word, like it was like that rant that George Carlin, like, here are the words you can't say on television. Get like every bad word got put into the sentence, and I'm just like reading it back, like I don't think I said any of this, but I may have had a stroke in the middle of writing and not know. I don't know. This is weird.
I don't have the problem with like it accidentally putting profanity in, but if it thinks I said profanity, it just puts a bunch of stars because it bleeps. It like censors on Google Docs.
Does it?
It censors you. Okay, let's actually see. I'm gonna forgive my language, but I'm gonna say some curse words in naughty language now.
Because I just went fuck.
Fuck. Shit. Bullshit. Penis.
What world are you living in where penis is dirty word? Penis is
Do you hear Noel? Sit in timeout. Bastard. Cock. No, it just wrote C-O-K in all capital letters.
Oh, Noel, I love you so much.
So it only censored the F word and shit, but it wrote bullshit.
That's a grown-up's word, Mama. Go sit in timeout.
But it spells bullshit incorrectly. It spells it with one L instead of two.
Now I'm curious if there's a word that's...
No, I'm already looking it up, dude.
Vagina.
That's not a bad word.
You never know. Some things are more strict about their censorship than other things.
There are worse words for it.
It's in the Urban Dictionary.
It also has a Wikipedia page, and
so is it spelled with one L or two L's?
Both.
Okay, because I've only ever known it to be spelled with two.
Well, it's got like one small L, one big L. So
why does it censor the word shit, but not the word bullshit?
I know that there's a wonderful book written by, I believe, a Harvard professor called On Bullshit, where he actually argues that that compound word itself cannot be considered profanity because we do not have an English equivalent word to put in its place.
Mm.
It has such a specific meaning that there's not a synonym for it, and it's a really interesting scholarly paper where he goes into the vernacular usage.
But I mean, we say shit all the time. What do you mean the difference is specifically bullshit versus cow shit versus chicken shit?
Well, because bullshit like means something like that's a lie.
Yeah, it's
or
a
that's
particular
false.
kind of lie scam. It's because it has a particular vernacular meaning of a particular type of lie. We don't have another English phrase or word that has the same meaning.
Yeah, we do. Chicken shit.
The last 2 times that I said it, it censored it, but all the other times it didn't. Also, chicken shit does not mean the same thing as bullshit.
I know.
And it didn't censor chicken shit, but it did censor bullshit again.
I'm saying if you want to read a really fun scholarly paper arguing why cussing needs to happen, definitely read that book. It's great. And
also, every time I say the word censor, it uses a different spelling. It switches back and forth between starting with a C and starting with an S. Yes, darling.
It's just
what is it?
pepperoni turkey and melted mozzarella.
Okay. Here, Noelle, you can have Daddy's sandwich. I don't want it. Sorry to offend you, but that doesn't sound very good to me.
Wow.
Damn.
I didn't cook you nothing, but I'm not cooking what you. I'm not eating what you cooked either.
I love you, Jordan. Huh? I get a spicy Italian. It doesn't have turkey on it. And I also don't get mozzarella. I get provolone. And I also don't get it on regular white bread. I get it on the Italian cheese.
I've enjoyed this too much.
I don't get it on sourdough. Oh, Noel's upset because he left without getting her.
Here's why I'm not eating your nasty sandwich.
Oh, he's coming back to give her a hug and a kiss because she like sprinted from the couch to the back door. Dad!
How dare you leave without my love?
Oh, and Jordan just accidentally turned on the panic button on his keys. So horn started going off. Okay. Let's see. What other words would be censored? Hell. Damn. Crap. Shit stick. It changed it to should stick.
Service on an existing policy. Or press 3.
Okay, so this might have to be one of those videos that I try to download so that I can do fun things.
Sorry you're coming into this, Key. We're not just cussing for the hell of it, I promise.
We're seeing what words Google censors.
Okay, so don't say it.
This is for science.
Don't say it without muting yourself first, but see you next Tuesday.
Mute. You're still muted.
It just wrote it CONT, like continue.
See,
you're such a continue.
I missed the call back from your office.
I think the most fun that we could have with this though is like go through like children's shows and all of the things that they put in instead of like, you know, you're a caca poo poo head, and see what it tries to turn stuff like that into.
But yet in the 1800s there was there was a nursery rhyme that said, "I love my pussy," talking about a cat.
Oh yeah.
Yikes. Okay. Pussy. Oh, it censors that.
I put that on my Facebook one time. It's like, oh my god, I just found this in my daughter's nursery rhyme book.
Oh, I said, oh, it censors that, and it wrote, do it centers that.
Okay, that's dirtier than any of the other words that you were saying.
Do it right in the center of that pussy.
Do it. Just do it. Oh.
It didn't just tell you it's not going to say it. It told you how to do it, too.
I like what Yaza just said. Meadow currently has the world's lamest Tourette's.
The world's lamest.
It's for science.
It's for science, okay? We have to find out what Google Docs is going to censor in its text to speech, because I write adult books. I sometimes use adult language, and it's annoying when I'm going to have to go through and erase all the censored stuff and write in the actual
Big number.
Okay, you
words.
gotta try
Or
with
you save a
do the-
copy with all the censors in there, because that would be a really funny
South Loop Street.
like gift that you could give out to like your patrons and stuff, because I would love to read that, because your mind can add in what you think the censored words should be. It's like a dirty ad lib.
Dude, try doing CB's yippee-ki-yay motherfucker line.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yippee kayak, mother other buckets.
That is not what I said.
No, that's from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Sorry. Charles, there's a scene or an episode where they have like a real life moment from that movie, which is the main character's favorite movie, but then he has to sacrifice himself, and so his best friend Charles gets to have the moment instead, and he drops down from the ceiling and knocks the guy out, and he's like, yippee kayak, other buckets. And then Jake is just like, dude, that is not the line, and Charles is like, no, I'm pretty sure it is.
If he watched it on network TV in the 80s or 90s,
Yeah.
then yeah, it is.
Very likely.
Because I remember watching those movies. Well, not those movies, but any movie with swearing in it, and just what they chose to cover up the swear words with.
Oh, when the hubby and I first got together, his experience with movies was primarily what had shown on commercial television.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd be watching a movie, and he would just like start freaking out, like, there are boobies. Boobies. Why are there boobies? Where'd the boobies come from? Why they put boobies? What? I'm like, they've always been there. It's like, I've seen this movie 1,000 times. They've never been in this movie before. Like, were there commercials in it?
I think that my microphone keeps randomly catching stuff that Noelle says, because I looked up and it said Spider-Man like 3 times in a row.
Spider-Man.
And Noelle really likes Spider-Man, so I was like, what? Oh, she must be singing Spider-Man over there. Also, a random line in here that says, oh, where did it go? It was really funny. Okay, it says, oh gosh, Brookfield girls looking mister. What?
We need to turn that into a meme. Like, we need to make that a thing. I don't know what it means. We'll have to apply memes for it.
Oh, it really doesn't matter what you're writing. If you're reading it, what the computer thinks is coming out of your mouth, it's going to be meme worthy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
You make me want to try to dictate what I write when I write novel. When I do the next book and
Alrighty.
handwrite it.
Shit. Fuck. Motherfucking damn. Bitch.
Welcome to Meadow Raps.
Okay, so it censored shit and fuck. Motherfucking is not censored, but they spelled it wrong. And then it censored bitch.
It's Tourette's Tuesday for Meadow.
Oh, you know what you need to do?
Hmm.
After you have the Taco Bell and the 420, dictate something and then read it in the morning.
Oh my god, that is gonna be so bad, because I slur when I'm high. Like, I already kind of slur sober.
And then you record reading it, and that's your next video.
Yes.
Yeah, that has to be next video.
Yes. I'm so
Okay.
here for those.
All right.
I dictated this while I was high last night. Let's see what it says.
Let's see what is that.
How's that guy high?
Okay. Just now I said, let's see what it says, and it wrote, all right, gluten free. What is this? What is this? Okay.
All right, gluten free. Woo!
What the fuck? I'll just me and Jordan will get high, and then we'll just sit here and have a conversation, and I'll just have the dictation on the whole time.
Yeah, just open up a new document titled like 420 High.
That sounded like Soap Opera Doom document.
And I'll just do the have a dictation on the home. I think it's getting worse and worse the more we laugh.
It says she's off the rails. Let's just go with this.
All right. I think we should do another sprint because I kind of need to pee, and if I keep laughing, I'm definitely going to pee my pants. So.
Because there was this thing that they did with Unis Honest where Mark and Ethan had a quote and they fed it through a translator. They did like English into some random language and then into another random language and then another random language and then back into English. And the stuff it came up with was fucking hilarious.
Have you guys ever watched what is her name? Her name is Melinda, but her channel that she does is Google Translate Fails, I think, where she takes a popular song and she does that. She'll ask her followers, what languages should I do? And they'll give her like 5 or 6 different languages, and she'll translate the whole song from language to language and then back into English, and then she records that song, that version of the lyrics. And some of them are really funny.
Oh, I bet.
My favorite one is her Beatles one. Was really good.
Yes, Key. Tourette's is now gluten free. Yes.
All right, so we're gonna start a sprint now. Noelle, why are you being so loud? That was literally all nonsense.
Someone's already been blazing.
Listen, that's what it sounds like after a day of blazing.
She's got her face in a book that doesn't even have any pictures or anything, and she's pretending to read it. It's not even a good book. Let me see it.
It has no pictures. Just not even a good book.
Let me see. No,
And she picks up a YouTuber's book.
No, it's a book that I got in the mail called National Sunday Law, which is the only reason why I kept it is because I wanted to read it ironically and do a YouTube video about it. But the whole thing is about how the end times are upon us, and using quotes from the Bible and comparing them to things that are happening nowadays as to why the author of this thinks that the apocalypse is going to be happening very soon.
Speaking of another book Meadow hasn't read and done a video on.
The Haunted Vagina? I almost said we're waiting for your vagina.
I'm sorry, Jayce, but that is something that I will never put on the internet.
Are you gonna have skeletons come out of it too?
No, those come out of my closet, not my vagina.
Well, if you read the book, they won't.
Finally managed to get it to say a line from Die Hard properly, but it misspelled. Yeah, it spells it. It doesn't censor motherfucker. It spells it without the C. What? Why are you squealing?
It's motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
Das ist motherfucker.
That's a grown-up's word.
Grab me that bottle and bring
Can
it
I
here.
just say that I'm having such a hard time with Kindle Vella because as somebody who tries to keep their German up, I used to watch a lot of Deutsche Welle, and I keep calling it Deutsche Welle without realizing I said Deutsche Welle instead of Kindle Vella, and they're very different things.
So just tell me this: is it something that we need to like start?
If you are interested in serialized fiction and you want to have a commercial outlet that will be delivered to a lot of people very quickly because it will appear on every device that can access Kindle books, it may be something you want to look into.
Because my fiction is serialized, so.
Let's go ahead and change.
I was thinking about doing rapid release for these romance things, but I could potentially do that instead. Instead of publishing rapid releasing, I could just put them on there instead.
because I don't know if it will be successful or not, because they've released a lot of weird things that weren't. Like, I really wish Kindle Scout had been successful, but I don't think anybody ever knew about it because they
Seems
really
like a
didn't
lot
push
of
it.
people know about this, so
But I don't think that they have a predatory cost scheme for it. I like that you will be able to know how big a chapter is by its cost, because cost is tied to word count.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out. Since Meadow said it looked like Wattpad, I'm trying to figure out, like, do you pay per chapter or do you pay
Yes.
for the book, like as if buying the book?
You pay you pay per chapter as it goes on. You subscribe to individual projects that you want to see, that you want to know when it gets updated. And the one thing that I am maddest about it is that they are doing an in-game currency, so you have to buy coins, and then depending on how many coins you buy, what the monetary value of each of those coins is. But a work will always be 1 coin per 100 words. So on average, when I did the math out, if you are not exclusive to the Kindle store, you will be making more than you would if you were not doing Kindle KDP Select. You'll be making maybe a little bit less if you are in KDP Select, but it would be a much more steady income from it. You'll be making a lot more than you would than being in Kindle Unlimited.
I was gonna say, because I was in KDP Select and Kindle Unlimited and all that, and like I wasn't making anything. It just didn't seem like it was going out to people. So as long as I could have my books for sale and then still do that, then that might be an avenue I would look into doing. But
yeah, it has to be, the issue is it has to be exclusive in their thing. So I was planning on serializing my series as is, so I'm going to try doing that through them, and you can unpublish at any time. So if it's not working, then I will take my book and go do something else. But
maybe I could do with one of my less serious side projects. And see how it goes. Like something that I am proud of, but that I wouldn't necessarily try to publish.
Chapters are supposed to be episodes, as they call them, episodes. Each episode is supposed to be between 600 and 5,000 words.
So
I could do that with my other series when I start that, maybe once it's more developed.
I could do like my superhero stuff in there, because
yes,
regular publishing looks at superhero stuff like it's
yeah, that's why I haven't written like any of the stuff that the stories that I do with Marcus, because most of them involve superheroes, and I don't think they would be commercially viable. They're good stories, and I had fun writing them, but I don't think they would be commercially viable.
But what's hilarious is that people eat them up because they like superhero stuff, but the publishers don't think they're commercially viable. It's like, have you met people?
Yeah. Well, it's like the paranormal thing. They tell you when vampires should be coming back and werewolves and this and that. And it's like, dude, I will take a good vampire book any day. Now, do I write strictly vampires? No. But if it's well done, I will read a good vampire book any day. Otherwise, people like Christine Fian, who write nothing but freaking Carpathians, vampires, and stuff like that, her series wouldn't still be going 50 books in.
Yeah.
Sorry. Not
okay, so
boys that can play.
I've had this timer sitting on the screen for quite some time now. I was
trying to ask a quick question, but he wouldn't shut up.
We have been very, very skilled at ignoring that timer.
Yes,
it is my superpower.
So we're gonna do this timer now, and we're gonna get work done. And I'm gonna go to the bathroom, because if I don't go to the bathroom and I laugh again, I will most definitely pee my pants.
That's the real thing. She just don't want to pee her pants, so she's trying to make the timer start. That's what really.
I don't want to do this timer.
I'd rather watch you pee yourself.
I would rather not pee myself. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Spinkle, spinkle, spinkle.
Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. Can you hear us in the bathroom?
Please go check your
Ring, ring, ring.
Ring a ding a ling a ling ding.
Hello. Sorry, I was distracted by Noelle.
Ah.
I also wanted to make sure that this was set as my default microphone because I didn't think it was picking up the audio. I don't think that Google Docs is using this as the audio because when I was having it like right here, it couldn't hear me. So, it says that on my computer settings, my microphone is default this way. Also, Noelle decided to come join me in the text-to-speech nightmare. So I have, here, where did Noelle start? Happy birthday, Jesus. Play coupon 910 a racist song microphone. I said, mean a little video, hun baby. You home. I want to go home. Hanging up. Vine, Google, ba 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 ba. Happy birthday. And don't mess up my papers, you son of a bitch. Hello, Kenny.
So you went Noelle, Minion, Noelle, you.
So, I mean, wow. I didn't get any new words that time, just trying to figure out my settings on the microphone and whatnot. And then also Noelle came over here. So.
I am trying to finish a map that I have been working on for, like 4 years,
Fun.
I'm going to have to get off here in like 13 minutes to go get a kid from the bus stop.
Yeah, ever since I made my Tuesday stream earlier in the day, we end up going for like a really long time.
Forever stream.
And honestly, I'm not that mad about it. But Amber, you could potentially stay on the stream on your telephone.
Yes. Except I have no signal out here.
Damn. Never
Like
mind.
I can get text messages and stuff, and as long as I'm here in the camper, I can get phone calls, but I have no.
What were you doing in the bathroom? What?
Going in the bathroom in the bathroom.
1, 2, I'm down. 1, 2, let's go.
My child.
Oh my. I'm looking at these old time ways of saying, okay, we're gonna fight. And this one says, fist up, bucko, it's time to share some hot knuckle salad. I was just like, that's dirty.
Okay, but hear me out for a second.
Weird.
Imagine Ambrose saying that to somebody.
How about this one? It's scrum pudding time and you're getting a creamy walloping.
You're not getting a walloping, you're getting a creamy walloping.
I'm just saying, that sounds like
Noelle.
a movie.
Quiet.
Certain website.
Don your combat kerchief, knave. I will paint your jaw with tussle butter.
I don't know what tussle butter is, but I'm intrigued.
Okay, tussle butter makes me think of truffle butter, and that's no.
You just tapped my belligerence button. Time to enter the violence cuddle.
Ooh. Ooh, Daddy, tell me more.
Listen, now you're just teasing.
Listen, boy, you just tapped my violence button. My belligerence button.
I've heard
My
many a
violence
nickname, but
button.
not that one.
Noelle, you're being too crazy. Calm your ass.
Well, I do know some people that would have been an appropriate nickname.
Now, I have said a couple times you do not I have said a couple times you do not want to piss me off. You hit my fucked up button, like I'll fuck you up, but there's nothing like that.
Please make an appointment with my grumpy beef levers.
Well, get out from
Grumpy
under there.
beef lovers?
So what happens when you get underneath the couch? You become a couch cushion.
My Rumble secretary has booked you a private playdate with my chunky pork mitts.
My Rumble secretary.
Chunky pork mitts.
Yeah, I hadn't gotten there yet. I was still Rumble secretary. Like,
Yeah.
You are cordially invited to the Brawn Barn to feast on my spicy clobber cobbler.
I think I've seen that movie.
By the time somebody says all that shit, I've done hit you. Also, you could probably make one with the conditions of my dog likes to get underneath the recliner thing where the feet are, and I almost just put him in there. So I feel like everything you're saying, if I had enough time, I could come up with one about the recliner and the dog.
I have a joke I would like. Sorry, Jayce.
Will it include tussle butter?
It could.
I have a joke I would like to share with the class. Did you hear about the time when God was making the kangaroo and he was all finished up and the angel said, "Oh my, God, it's so cute." And God turned to the angel and said, "Thank you. It has pockets."
Hashtag stop fake pockets.
You're welcome.
Well, I'm going to share this thing in
You have to.
in Facebook.
You have to. That's hilarious.
So now it has been shared to my wall.
Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho.
Hi, Mom.
Mommy's calling.
A little bit
Called
psycho.
that. Called that. See, I pay attention.
I have another joke I would like to share with the class.
Okay.
Did you ever hear about the Greek hero Bophades?
No.
He was just as powerful as Achilles. And while Achilles' weakness was in his heel, Bophades was in his groin. And so that's how you get the Achilles heel and Bophades nuts.
Meadow. I don't know if I'm proud or ashamed at this moment.
It's like a dirty dad joke.
I got it off of TikTok. I'm sorry.
You were on TikTok way too much.
Yes, I am.
Oh God.
All
right. Right. I love you guys, but I gotta get up so I can get my shoes and stuff on. So.
Goodbye.
Noelle just went through with something clear on her head, by the way.
Yeah, she got for her birthday. She got this bucket thing of foam blocks, and she likes to put the bucket on her head and pretend to be an astronaut.
Just making sure you were aware in case her head gets stuck in it. I just saw Noelle get a clear bucket.
Yeah, she puts it on her head and pretends to be an astronaut.
All right, I love you guys. I will see y'all Friday on Meadow's channel unless Charlie wants to invite me to any of theirs. Because I'm not doing anything apparently.
I can do that.
You're playing to catch a scammer.
I am. I'm playing catch a scammer instead of it takes a thief. Who knew?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we live right next to a really busy highway. So if Kira wants to get dropped off first, we have to be there on that side of the street because they don't think people will actually stop and let her cross the street. Otherwise, she gets off at 5 o'clock. That's too late to go to the barn. So I got to pick her up and we're going to the barn.
I hear Noelle making gross noises with liquids, so you guys can talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
All right. There were some people that didn't know me, so I'm just going to real quick. I have a channel. I have a podcast. go check them out. You can go to amberscraft.com and find them all. And I stream Sundays at noon Eastern. So, love you all. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. So I found a font for you, Charlie.
Oh no. Yes.
Because it says Comic Sans implies the existence of Tragic Sans.
It does. I have often thought about this. Like, when does, because there's a Gothic Sans and it's not very Gothic, and I just feel like it needs some Sisters of Mercy in its life. But
So yeah, you need some Tragic Sans.
I do. This
Noelle
sounds like a fun project.
poured her soda into her clear jar thing that she had on her head. And now she's mad at me because I took both of them away.
Better now than all over the carpet.
Excuse me! You better knock it the fuck off, child! From the kitchen. Knock it off, child!
It's at times like this I kind of wish my mother was a live streamer and I had video to look back at. I'm pretty sure it would sound a lot like this.
This is definitely stuff that I can hold over Noelle's head when she's older. Like, look at the little chicken shit you used to be.
Yeah, so I fell asleep at like about a half hour earlier last night.
Mm-hmm.
But I woke up about 3 hours earlier. So I only got about 3.5 hours of sleep.
So are you leaving?
And it was one of those, you know, when you wake up, those mornings when you wake up and you know you need to get back to sleep, but your mind and body are like, oh, fuck, no, you're awake. Awake now.
Yeah. I had that last night.
Yeah, that was what I had too.
So are you leaving? Is that what this is leading to?
I should. Just to wind down.
I have a question before you go.
What's that?
I was asked about karaoke on Friday. Are we doing it this week? This Sunday? It would, yeah. Because we usually do it like the last Sunday, which would be this coming Sunday.
I have not planned anything for it.
I have neither planned anything for it. That was terrible grammar. I apologize.
Yeah, with everything that's been going on, it's just been, this month has been very weird.
This monthy.
Not like bad, just a lot of stuff and a lot of stuff that doesn't normally happen.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe we could do like the first Sunday or something and plan for that. I don't know. We'll see. Noelle, what are you doing in the bathroom?
Playing with the toilet.
Ducky go down the hole.
Toilet painter go down the hole.
All right. Oh, CB has to leave.
Bye, CB. CB go down the hole.
And Megan is saying Me Too. What is the Me Too about?
It's about women standing up for their rights against
Jayce.
What?
I don't know.
Not that Me Too?
I just felt like I should. It's getting reflexive at this point.
I don't mean the Me
Jesus
Too
talking.
movement. I don't mean the Me Too movement, Jayce. I mean, what is she saying Me Too about?
Oh, that. Probably about the sleeping and waking up.
Yeah, most likely.
Waking up feeling awake, yeah.
It was all of the good dreams, you know.
I have fallen into my previous schedule of falling asleep early on the couch, sleeping for about 5 to 6 hours, waking up when Marcus gets off work, talking on the phone with him for 2 hours, and then chatting with him until 6 in the morning until I fall asleep again.
Which is not so good for your home life.
Honestly, it hasn't been too bad. Because I do get like that 5 to 6 hours of sleep before I wake up, and then I do fall asleep again after, but it's harder for me to wake up the second time. But I don't know. It makes me feel less lonely because I don't talk to anybody every day except for Noelle and sometimes Jordan. So
I feel like my pets sleep so I don't have to. My dog is currently in the corner of right next to me snoring. So.
It's all April Fools. This month is just April Fools.
That would not surprise me.
Yeah, I've also been doing a lot of game planning. And that takes up time.
Yeah.
But I got the initial read out of the way, so I've got 2 days where I can actually game plan before the game.
Nice.
It's very nice.
Noise. Okay, well, I got some actual words in today. I could keep streaming. I don't mind continuing to stream. Jayce, if you want to do an outro and hop off, I will be understanding of that situation.
All right. I am Jayce Maxwell. I'm an author of urban fantasy. I am an editor for Rose City Editing, currently working on an editing project.
Woohoo!
For Rose City Editing. It's work.
Yeah.
It's work. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, bitch.
I do gaming and writing stuff on my channel. And the game that I'm talking about is a tabletop RPG for Vampire the Masquerade that stars YouTubers as players. So they're playing vampires, and they're awesome at it, and it's fun. And
half the time when Kat shows up at my stream, she still has all of your branding up. Which I rather enjoy.
It's just her character and profile picture.
All hail Rave.
Oh, you are going to be so psyched when you find out about Rave's backstory that Rave doesn't know about.
But will Kat.
Jayce, I have good news.
What's that?
It's our debit card from PayPal.
Oh, okay.
All the account numbers and stuff is on the back, so I can show you the front of it.
I thought it was like some Uno card that I wasn't.
It's a PayPal debit card because I was having trouble with the bank not accepting payments from PayPal. So I was just like, you know what, fuck that. And I closed the bank account and I just got a debit card from PayPal and I'm just going to use that. So, but I got it yesterday in the mail. I feel fancy.
You feel fancy. Well, I need to get my gaming stuff done and then get back to the editing so that we can get paid.
Yay. How was your first read through? Was it good?
Yes.
Yay.
And I was actually very happy with it because what it needs is something that they were hoping that should happen. And what it needs is expansion on a lot of things. It has a very Gatekeepers Book 1 scaffolding feel right now.
Yeah. Main events, nothing in between.
Yeah. Well, it's got this. It's got stuff in between, but it's just the main story. It's just a story.
Right.
There's nothing else. But what they have doesn't suck.
Awesome. Yay. Excitement.
So it just needs expansion.
This will be fun
And-
for you then.
Yes, this is where I shine.
Hearing you say
Yay.
those words, I opened my bank account to see how much money's in it.
Another thing I forgot to talk to you about. In terms of discounts, Jayce, I have decided to offer a small discount to debut authors.
Ooh.
Because a lot of the debut authors, the reason why they don't get editors is because it's their first book and they can't afford it. So here we are.
Here we are.
Because most
Born
editors that
to
aren't
be
Rose City,
kings.
because most editors that aren't Rose City editing are overly expensive and really hard to justify, especially on your first book. You should check out the pricing structure at rosecityediting.com.
Thank you.
I meant
I appreciate that
early,
ad.
but the sarcasm is strong with me.
All right, Jayce, you should leave before we pull you further in.
Yeah, I'm going to. Ooh, I am feeling that. Okay. All right, I will catch y'all later. Are we simming tomorrow or not?
I'm available, so I guess it's up to Kat / you.
Let's not do slash. That's a different kind of thing. And besides, neither one of us are really going to enjoy that.
I miss writing slash.
Or you. So we'll just have to ask Kat if she's available tomorrow.
All right. Catch you on the flip side. If not tomorrow, then well, I will be doing a game on Thursday. If you're awake to watch it, because it's fun.
Maybe I'll be awake.
Maybe not.
Awake of which you speak is a foreign state of consciousness that I have yet to try.
Jordan sent me so many TikToks while he was here for lunch.
We still need to work on the character we were thinking of for you, Charlie.
This is true.
This is true. Sorry, that's a different song. It's different words.
All right. Catch you later.
Bye.
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 This stream is literally chaos. I'm debating if I want to keep streaming and write some more, or stop streaming and go lay on the couch and read something.
Honestly, if I could just lay on the couch and read something, if my brain would allow that, I would so do that. Not that I want to be your little devil on your shoulder, but it is kind of on brand for me.
Yeah, I mean, I have books that I bought recently that I haven't read yet, and that I want to read because it's the next book in one of my favorite series, a prequel of one of my other favorite series, and then a big giant motherfucker that I'm scared of because it's huge. And I also have like a million freaking books on my Kindle that I could read. But at the same time, I feel like I should be writing and not reading.
I hate shoulds.
Let me see this scene and see if I freaking mouse. Jesus Christ. Work! God fucking damn it. Thank you. Oh, there was another error that I missed with the diction. It says close boat instead of close quote.
I kind of want a closed boat. That's where I
Bubble
keep-
coat, Costco. Whose boat? Pain plant. That one cracked me up the most because it's supposed to be paying client.
Pain plant.
Pain plant.
If it was said somewhere in the story, I could see a pain plant in the thing that I'm working on.
How does a non-binary samurai kill people? They slash them. Thank you for the candy wrappers, Noelle. That should be in the garbage, and instead you're bringing them to my desk. Oh, and Spence is putting the link for my website. Okay. Let's just do one more sprint, and I'll see how I feel after that.
Alrighty. I am doing all of the like frills on the edge of the map so that all the land masses aren't like lines because it's bothering me. What the hell?
Noelle?
Oh, are we getting a storm?
What do you want me to do with
Weather
this?
during the sprint.
What do you want me to do with this? Ah! My computer just blinked. Like everything turned off and then turned back on.
The gremlins are here. Make sure you have saved
Why?
the documents.
It just did it again. What the heck? Why?
Maybe that's your sign.
And again, okay, well, maybe that is my sign that I should just end the stream because my computer's like doing weird things.
Alrighty.
Okay. So I guess I'll go sit down and read. Okay. Outros. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. And I appreciate all of you. And if you're new, I'm glad that you were here, and I hope you liked me enough to stay around. I do streams on Tuesdays and Fridays, and I usually do The Sims with Kat and Jayce on Wednesdays, and we will see if that will happen tomorrow. And I'm also a freelance editor along with Jayce, so we work together at Rose City Editing. We try to offer low prices for people who normally would not be able to afford professional editing, as well as discounts and payment plans and whatnot. So, if you're looking for an editor, please go to our website and contact us for a free sample edit. I will offer a discount if this is your first book that you're publishing. And if you use multiple services from us on the same book, you get a 30% discount off of your total. So like if you do line and copy and proofreading, you add those together and then get 30% off of all of it.
Nice.
That's just not listed on the website. That's just like, we know we offer it. We just don't want to list it on the website because if somebody that we don't really like or gives us a lot of problems, is working with us, we don't want them to know that we offer a discount.
I understand that.
So.
My name is Charlie. If you haven't gotten enough of my like completely disaffected and done with life attitude, I put up a 5-minute video today that started life as a 15-minute video today, and I edited it down to that. That's the good parts. Yay! Giving an update on my NaNo project and everything that I'm doing with that. I will be streaming tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm really looking forward to that because I am loving this project and I'm hoping other people do too. I feel like I really have to get it done since I was talked into doing a dramatic reading as part of the first chapter during the clubhouse meeting on Sunday, and people liked it. So that feels good. But yeah, if you haven't checked out my music, search for Project Shadow on any and all music services. It's there. There's more of that on the incoming. I just finished a theme song actually for Super Secret Project X. So yay. BC just came in. Sorry, BC, but we're actually ending because we were going to do another sprint, and then my computer, as soon as I was getting the timer ready, my computer turned off and on like 3 times. Like, I think that's my sign that maybe we should just end things. So sorry that
sorry that you just got here, but we did have some hilarious things that happened during the stream.
Yes.
So you could do the replay and laugh along with us. But yeah, all right. Awesome, Laura. I'm glad. I'll be happy to work with you. Okay, so I'm gonna end the stream and I'm gonna grab a book of some sort and go sit down on the couch and read. Yay.
Yay.
Peace out, people scout.